Valley Electric, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Hermosa Church of Christ, J.S. Warden Son, H.F. Sinclair, Smile Expressions, Forest Tire, Crouch Plumbing, Incredible Printing, Cisco Equipment, Bob Reed Pest Control, KFC of Artesia, Maze Lumber, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Big O Tires, Adobe Roads, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, K Branch of Artesia, Rebel Daughters Barbecue, J&J Home Care, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Faith Baptist Church, Artesia Credit Union, Deans Incorporated, Frost Mortgage, H&R Block, Turpinning & Sons, Kane Electric Supply, Artesia Family Healthcare, Hawker & Sons, LaFonda Restaurant, Western Bank, Guy Chevy, Artesia Ford, Moppin & Brown, Artesia General Hospital, Business Notions, and First National Bank. Now, get set for volleyball action on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
Fall is here, but it's not too late to get to Graves Farm and Garden and stock up on green chili in mild, medium, or hot, as well as dried red chili, perfect for Thanksgiving and seasonal recipes. Plus, firewood by the cord, delivered and stacked. Now's the time to stock up on hay bales with Sudan and alfalfa in both small and large bales. And the Graves Farm store is open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Sundays 1 to 5. 7.5 miles south of Roswell on the Old Dexter Highway. Graves Farm and Garden, where locally owned means locally grown.
Hard to believe, but this year marks the 50th anniversary of Smile Expressions in Artesia. Smile Expressions began as Dr. William Greenhaw established his practice in 1972. The practice soon grew to employ 10 people, including Dr. Kay Youngren. After Dr. Greenhaw's retirement, Dr. Youngren took over and the practice became Smile Expressions. And Dr. Caitlin Gunn joined Smile Expressions in 2018. When it's time to choose dental care for your family, choose the clinic with a 50-year tradition of serving Artesia. Choose Smile Expressions. Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy.
When was the last time a bank asked you about your needs or your goals? When you're a member of Artesia Credit Union, you get to use your money for something more important than fees and finance charges. You get to use your money for you. Membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Become a member of Artesia Credit Union today and see what your partners can do for you. North 5th Street in Artesia or online at artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Good morning, Artesia Bulldog fans. Joby Hobbling here on KSVP Radio, AM 990, FM 93.7, and of course on KSVPTV.com, out there on YouTube and Facebook, KSVP Radio pages. Like and share, comment. Love to hear from you wherever you're at in the country. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs are now on the court doing their normal huddle in the middle of the court on their side, which is across from me here on court number 2 at the Rio Rancho Event Center. The number 3 seeded Artesia Bulldogs coming in 17-7 against the number 2 seeded St. Pius Sartans coming in 19-5. They were their district champs. And of course Artesia the district runner-up in District 4A. Got the win yesterday over Los Alamos. St. Pius won yesterday as well. So we're now going to play here. We're on court 2. Yesterday we were on court 3. And we're about ready to get going here as the ball is going to go to Artesia. Checking in will be our libero. And she's going to have the serve. So Coda Beltran will go back to serve. Kimber, Carmen, Elena, Charity, and Kenna on the floor for the Artesia Bulldogs as we take on the St. Pius Sartans. They're not given the go-ahead yet, as the officials haven't all said yes. But now the official up on the stand says go. So here we go. Game number 2 in the playoffs. Nice dig in the backside by number 9. She gets it, and there's going to be a kill shot. They block it, does Elena Harvey. Back onto St. Pius side, and they will just tip it over the attempted block for the point. 1 point for the Sartans, as checking out will be number 1, Chavez, and checking in for the Sartans will be number 7, Abeda, a senior. Back to serve, number 14, Paria, senior setter. Her jump serve is going to hit the net, 1-1, as it goes into the net on the service. Going back to serve for the Bulldogs will be Kenna Morrison. Checking in, Destiny Johnson for Carmen Harvey, who will get a break here. Now the official talking to the official scores table again, down on the floor on the left side. Goddard now warming up on their court, court number 1. And the other 2 courts going. I'll pull up the bracket here in a minute and tell you where everybody's at. All right, so Kenna Morrison back waiting as the official still talking to the scores table. Not sure what about. So maybe while we got this break, probably as soon as I get it pulled up, they'll start play, but I'm going to try. So the Artesia Bulldogs playing here against St. Pius. Hope Christian taking on Goddard. Hope Christian was the 4 seed, Goddard the 1 seed. On the other side, Aztec and Los Alamos play this afternoon. And Pohawkee Valley and Albuquerque Academy play this afternoon on the other side of the bracket. All right, here's the serve. Goes into the top of the net. Point, St. Pius. 2 checking in. Number 3 and number 9 check out. 10 and 5 check in for the Sartans. Sanchez is number 5, and number 10 is Benbiscus, I think is maybe how you say that. Here's the serve from the senior Sanchez. Coda up to Charity, and then a kill shot is dug up in the back row by the Sartans over to number 10. Her shot is blocked at the net, back onto their side. The Sartans chase it down. Number 7 goes into the net. Point Bulldogs. That was Nadia Abeda, senior, that hit it into the net. The shot was blocked over there by Johnson and Harvey to get the ball back on their side. And now Charity Argo back to serve. 2-2 here in the first set. Her serve is a good one. Had a lot of movement. Their libero digs it out. They're going to just top it over. Argo with the bump back to Coda. Now up front to Kimber. Her shot is blocked back into the Bulldog side of things. And kind of like yesterday, St. Pius has more height than we do. And starting off here with some blocks as number 6 checks in for the Sartans. That's Baca, a sophomore middle blocker. And back to serve will be number 12, Petra, a junior middle hitter. Here's her jump serve. It goes back to the Bulldogs. Pass to Coda. She's going to hit it over from behind the 10-foot line. Now they'll set up into there, and it's blocked, but they do dig it up, do the Sartans, number 10 to number 7. She bumps it over. Morrison digs it up to Argo, back set to Johnson. Big swing, and there's a kill for Destiny. Nice set there by Charity Argo, back set to the left side. And Johnson slams it home as Harrison checks back into the ball game. Coda Beltran takes a seat, and Elena Harvey back to serve. 3-3. Here is our score. Serve is over. Dug in the back row by Sanchez. Up front it goes. Big swing out. Point Bulldogs. That was by Ben Binskus, the freshman for the Sartans. 4-3 now Bulldogs as Harvey with her serve. A lot of movement. Dug up in the back row by the libero. Now Abeda sends it way out the back. She didn't get on top of that one. Point Artesia on that attempted kill shot by Abeda. So Harvey once again with the serve, now leading 5-3. Shot is over, and that's going to be long. Number 5, Sanchez gets out of the way of it as Harvey checks out. Checking back in will be Coda Beltran. On the other side, checking in is Chavez, number 1. Also number 8 checking back in, Arnett. So Chavez will go back to serve. The libero, as the ball rolls onto their court, so they'll hold on a minute. The libero is number 4, Maya Paria. She is also a freshman, and she is the libero for the Sartans. as another ball rolls across. And if you didn't hear yesterday, or if you've not ever been here at the event center, they have 4 games going on right across the floor here. So back to back to back to back. 4 courts, 4 games all at one time. Here's the serve. Back to the Bulldogs, Ken Morrison up front. Now back set and blocked right at the net as Coda. Kimber bumped it back to Coda. Her shot from behind the 10-foot line is blocked right back into the court. Point to St. Pius, and that tied it up as Chavez will once again go back to serve. She's right in the middle of the court, serving from the middle. Gets her run at it. Serve is into the net, so the Bulldogs get that unforced error point. That doesn't hurt, and we're back in the lead 6-5 as Destiny Johnson goes back to serve. She goes way over on the right side, the lefty for the Bulldogs. Here's her jump serve, and she goes down the left line. It's dug up in the back row. Set, and going up for the shot is number 10, way long, and that was Ben Minskus, and that's a point Artesia as everybody got out of the way back there. It's about 10 foot too far. Whoa, wait a minute. They said we tipped it. Now Coach Williams is saying, hold on, but nope, they're going to say we tipped it. I sure didn't see it. Checking in is Ileana Gonzalez, a senior. Outside hitter is Carmen Hart for the St. Pius Sartans, and checking in on the other side, sophomore Carmen Harvey, as Johnson will get a break. So the point is flipped. It's now 6-6. Serve is over. Coda up to Kimber. Kimber cross-court pass. It's dug up on the other side. Bulldogs go up for the block. It's going to be tipped at the net. Good job there, and they're going to say the Bulldogs got into the net. Point St. Pius. As I was saying good job because Charity come up and got that ball up in the air, but somebody got up in the net in front of her. I didn't see who. All right, so Romero with the serve. Coda Kimber, and a big kill shot is done in the back row. Now they have their turn. The shot is down the line, and it is in as Coda gave an effort for it but couldn't get to it. Point St. Pius, and now they lead 8-6. So back and forth here in set number 1, the 2 and the 3 seed, the Sartans and the Bulldogs, 2 and 3 respectively here in the tournament. Here's the serve down the right side. Argo with the bump up to Kimber. Back set, quick set, just a tip over by Harrison. They're going to dig that up. And now Arnett with the shot, and it goes way, it was tipped by the Bulldogs once again. I thought it was way out, but it looked like Morrison got a tip on it, so point Sartans. As Romero once again back to serve, leading 9-6. Her serve is going to be, way out of bounds by Coda. I guess that ball had some movement on it. It didn't, hard to tell. I'm behind it, but it went off her attempt to dig way off to the right, and the Bulldogs, Coach Alan Williams, calls a timeout. All right, so 10-6 is our score here. Live from Rio Rancho Event Center, Rio Rancho, New Mexico, as the St. Pius Sartans taking on the Artesia Bulldogs in the quarterfinal round. Tomorrow morning is the semis. Of course, it's double elimination until tomorrow. I believe that's correct. And so tomorrow it's win or go home. The Bulldogs lose this game. They play at 4:45. If they win, they play in the morning at 8 o'clock. And I'll double check my bracket to make sure that's right. But they're back on the court, both teams. And Romero ready to serve, 10 serving 6. Sartans leading the Bulldogs by 4. Shot is over. Big swing by Morrison. They dig it up. Back in the backside. It goes Carmen, but she hits it off her left hand. It goes backwards out of bounds. So point St. Pius once again. My brain froze there for a minute. Sorry about that. I didn't get you what happened on our side of things, except for that Morrison put a shot over. Okay, Romero back to the Bulldogs. They chase it down. This is going to be a free ball as Harrison just gets it over. Now they set up into their system. Big swing, and that's a kill. Number 6, Baca, the sophomore middle blocker, gets a kill on the Bulldogs on the left side. Diving for it was Carmen Harvey. She couldn't come up with it. So the score now 12-6. They're on a run as Romero has served 5 consecutive points. The serve is out of bounds. She tried to get it over on the far left side to Carmen Harvey. It went out of bounds. So point Bulldogs. We needed that. Going back to serve will be Kimber Beltran. 7 serving 12. Here's her jump serve. Number 9 digs it up. Number 1 cross court, and it's going to be a swing and a tip. The block, Harrison and Morrison went up to block it. It goes off of them and goes way out the backside for a point. St. Pius is checking back in for number 6 is number 12, Petra, the junior opposite side hitter and middle hitter, checks in. And back to serve is the libero, Perea. Her serve goes off of Beltran, back to Beltran. She puts it over across from the 10-foot line. Now Perea bumps it to Arnett. Her shot is dug up in the back row by Coda to Kimber. And there's a shot by Charity. They dig it up. Back row again. Dug up by the Bulldogs. Fight at the net. It's going to be back over to the Sarton side. Big swing. Blocked by the Bulldogs. Harrison goes back to the Sartons. They get it over, and then they get it down. Instead of setting it, number one just tipped it over. We see the Bulldogs do that all the time. Right into the middle where there was nobody. So Chavez with the kill, and that'll put Perea, the freshman libero, back again. Hits the net. Dug up by Morrison. Now Kimber. Over to Argo. Her shot goes off the net. That's going to be a point, a kill for Charity Argo. Coming back into the ballgame, Harvey for Harrison. Going back to serve will be Coda Beltran. 8 serving 14. Bulldogs need to go on a run here, down by 6. Here's the serve. Good serve. Dug up in the back row. It's over to the Bulldog side. Charity Argo with the happy birthday, but they dig it up. And then a swing, and it's a kill for number 12, another one of their big girls. She is Juliana Solis, the junior defensive specialist, as number 7 and number 14 check back in for the Sartons. Beta and Perea, who is a senior. They have 2 Pereas, the freshman and the senior, probably sisters. All right, here's the shot. It's going to be dug up by Carmen up to Argo. Set, and that's going to be a kill. Elena Harvey goes off the block and goes out of bounds. So a kill for Elena as Carmen checks back out. Destiny Johnson in. And back to serve will be Kenna Morrison for the Bulldogs, down 9-15. Here's her serve. Dug up, and that's going to be an ace as it goes off and backwards of number 9, Romero. So an ace for Kenna Morrison. And a lot of spin on that ball. And went backwards off of the attempted dig. So Morrison back to serve. 10 serving 15. Again, hits the top of the net. Got real aggressive. Point goes to St. Pius. Checking back in is number 5 and number 10 for the Sartons. Sanchez, the senior, is going to go back to serve, and number 10 is Ben Binskus. So it'll be 16 serving 10 here in set number 1. Here's the serve, and that's way out of bounds. Good job by Kenna. She was about to try to dig that, and she was trying to decide if she wanted to go under or up top with her hands, and then just got out of the way. Point Artesia as that sails long, and now Charity Argo back to serve. Her jump serve, dug up in the back row. Here's the shot. It's going to goes off of Coda Funny and goes way out of bounds on her attempted dig back there. Checking out is the freshman Perea, and in is number 6, Baca, the sophomore, and back to serve is Petra. Back to the Bulldogs, and it gets over the net quickly. Good dig by Charity Argo, but it's on top of the net. Good job by the Bulldogs, and then the swing is over by Johnson. They dig it up. Number 10 with the shot over. Dug up by Coda to Charity. Kimber with the kill shot. They dig that up. It should be a free ball for Artesia. It is. So Johnson to Charity Argo. Back to Johnson. Her big swing is going to be dug up in the back row. And then it's going to be knocked out of bounds as they try to just get a free ball over, but they hit it funny. And so point Artesia, 12 serving 17, and going back to serve for the Bulldogs will be Harvey as Harrison checks back into the game for Coda Beltran. And Harvey, a senior, here's the serve. Back to number 5, Sanchez. Her set, back set, and the kill shot is going to go off of Morrison backwards. Point for number 7 on the kill of Beta. So back to a 6-point lead as number 1 and number 8 check back in. That's Chavez and Arnett. Chavez will go back to serve for the Sartons. 18 serving 12. We're in set number 1. Best of 5, of course. Here's the serve by Arnett. That's going to be back to Morrison. She bumps it up. Kimber, back set, Johnson. Kill shot, and that is in. Good shot down the line on the right side of her right side, my left side, but they're facing me here at the event center. So her right side, she takes that left hand and smashes it down the line for a point. 13 serving 18, and Johnson now serving. Good drop shot. It's dug up on the right side. Number 10 just tips it over. Got over the top of the block of Kimber and Harrison. Nobody there as Johnson checks out. Carmen Harvey checking back in. And on the other side, Gonzalez checks in, as does number 9, Romero. She'll go back to serve. She went on a run a while ago, and she's serving 19-13, lead, 6-point lead for the Sartans. The serve is going to go back to Coda, up to Kimber. Set right in the middle to Harrison. Big swing. They dig it up. And now it's going to go across, and the shot is going to be a kill shot for number 3, Gonzalez. From the left side, goes cross court. Bulldogs unable to do anything with it. As Argo dove for it, but couldn't get there. So again, Romero back to serve, 20, serving 13. Coda to Kimber. She sets it back up to Coda. It's blocked at the net, and the Bulldogs unable to dig it out of the net. As they hit it into it, diving for it was Morrison, but couldn't get there. So 21-13, Romero will continue serving here for the Sartans. She starts on the right side. Here's her serve. It's going to go back to Argo. Argo bumps it up to Kimber. She rolls it over. Point Bulldogs. She just kind of bumped it over and hit the top of the net and just rolled, and the Sarton had turned her back to it on that front line because she thought it was going to be a shot right behind her. And here's Kimber. Her serve is back to the back row. They dig that up nicely. Set, and the kill shot is into the net. Point Bulldogs is number 3. Gonzalez was for the attempted kill, and she hits it right into the net. So 15 serving 21 now as Kimber will once again serve. Her jump serve is across, dug up in the back row by the libero. Cross court to number 3, Arnett. Shot is going to be long. They tried to get the tip again, and they said no tip. So point to Artesia. Hadn't seen many of those all year, really, where the girls are moving their fingers saying that was tipped. And we also haven't seen, I haven't seen but one double hit up here. Usually there's a lot of double hits called up here at this tournament. Not this time, or not so far. That hits the net. She tried to float it over, did Kimber. Hits the net, so point Sartans is number 12 checks back in for the Sartans. That's Petra, a junior. And she takes number 6 place. Baca back to serve as the libero. Perea, the freshman, leading 22-16. Shot is over to Coda, to Kimber. She's going to back set it, and shot is put over. And then a shot by Harrison as the side shot by the junior Morrison. They dug up, but it was right up on the net. Harrison puts it right down for the kill on the happy birthday. Harrison takes a seat. Harvey checks back in and back to serve. Coda Beltran. The ball bounces into the court. They're going to stop play. So that's a do-over. Bulldogs down by 5, 17 serving 22. We're in set number 1. Here's the shot, and that's going to get over, and there's an ace for the senior, Coda Beltran. Diving for it was number 9, Romero, but man, that ball had a lot of spin and movement on it, and she could not dig it up. So 18 serving 22. Here's the shot, again, right to Romero. She bumps it up front this time, and now they're going to go to the back side, and that's way long, point Artesia. They tried to do what the Bulldogs do. They bumped it back to the libero, Perea. Her shot sailed about 20 feet out of bounds. So point Artesia, 19 serving 22. Here's Coda. She just gets it over. They do dig it up. Backside number 8 with the big swing. Blocked at the net. They get it up into the air again. Do the Sartans. Back over to number 3, Gonzalez. Her kill shot is dug up by Coda. In the back, Kimber will just roll shot it over, and there's a kill from behind the 10-foot line. Good shot by Coda Beltran. The Bulldogs back within 2, 20 serving 22. There's a huge crowd here for St. Pius. Of course, they're right here nearby Albuquerque. Bulldogs have a good crowd too, but there's like a student section here for the Sartans. Here's the shot, dug up by number 9, Romero. They're going to set it up to Perea, and that's going to be a kill as it gets over the block of Morrison and Elena Harvey. Checking back in for the Sartans is going to be number 7 and number 14. That's Abeta and Perea, the senior, going back to serve. 23-20, and now you can hear the student section right below me as the ball rolls in, so they stop play. But she gets ready to serve. So Perea, number 14 for the Sartans, leading 23-20. Here's her serve, jump serve, going to go back. Coda up to Argo. Kill shot is blocked at the net. Nope, it goes down out of bounds. Tip shot, Bulldogs point. Good job there by Argo on that kill. All right, so goes back, and Kenna Morrison will serve, as checking back in the ballgame was Johnson for Carmen Harvey. Here's the shot is over. They do get it up. Number 7 will just bump it over. It's saved by Johnson to Coda. Then there's a kill for Charity Argo, and she just tipped it She was trying to just get it over the block. They got a hand on it, but it went sideways left and fell. So the score now 22-23. Bulldogs down by 1. Morrison with the serve. Back to Perea up front, and that's going to be tipped over. Bulldogs dig it up, and now Cota will just roll shot it over. Dug in the back row by Romero, and then Perea, and then the shot over again. Cota Beltran up to Kimber. She's going to back set it to Johnson. Her shot is blocked, but out of bounds. Point Bulldogs, they tie it up. 23-23. What a battle. The Bulldogs have been down by as many as 8, and now St. Pius calls a timeout as the Bulldogs have battled back here and tied it up. 23-23. Both teams go into their huddles and talk about it right here, but wow, what a great job by the Artesia Bulldogs to get right back into this set. All right, St. Pius comes out of their timeout circle. The Bulldogs still talking. Coach Williams giving some direction over there. And he's still got 25 seconds on the clock as he's visiting with the team. 23-23, what a battle. St. Pius 19-5 on the season. The Bulldogs 17-7. Of course, the Bulldogs got the district runner-up behind the number 1 seeded Goddard Rockets. St. Pius won their district. They were 8-0 in district, and they were the defending state champs last year, and the Bulldogs defeated them. So now the Bulldogs are defending state champs. 23-23. Morrison's shot is over. What a great shot. They dig it up. Argo was up on the net. It's a tip, and it's going to fall. Doggone it. So number 3, Gonzalez is able to put it in the middle of the court. Diving for it was Kimber Beltran. Couldn't get there. As checking back into the ball game is number 10 for the Sartans, Ben Benskis, and it's now set point 24-23 as you hear the crowd rising up here as Gonzalez is going to serve. It goes over to Kimber. She bumps it up to Argo. Here's a kill shot. That's going to be bumped up. I know they're saying it got down. Yeah, point Artesia. Boy, they were still trying to play it, but they called it down. Kill shot for Destiny Johnson. 24-24, and back to serve the senior, Charity Argo. Starts on the far side. Here's her serve. It's across, dug up in the back row by number 3. They're going to go to number 10. Her shot is over, but the Bulldogs dig it up. Argo to Kimber. She just roll shots it. They dive and get to it, and then they tip it over. Kimber again to Argo, back to Kimber. She's going to hit it over. They're going to dig it up on the back row. Perea will just get it up, and they're going to go from the 10-foot line. Bulldogs, Morrison gets to Argo. Now a kill shot by Johnson, and it's going to be dug up. Good job there by number 3. They keep it alive. Do the Sartans. They dig it over. Kimber to Arcota to Argo, and then a tip shot. That's down. No, they get it up. Pancake still going. Again, Coda sets it up to Argo. Back set. Just going to tip it over this time. They get it up again. Pancake. The Bulldogs, they're still fighting. Good job by the Sartans. Okay, it's going back to the Bulldogs. Morrison tips it up to Argo. Now she just puts it over into the corner. They dig it up on the back row. Chasing it down to Perea. Coda to Argo. Tip shot over. They dig it up again. Do the Sartans. They're battling here, but that's a point Artesia. What a battle. What a volley. Both teams. The Sartans had 3 consecutive pancakes on excellent shots by the Bulldogs. But the Bulldogs end up coming out on top. That last effort went to the left out of bounds. Here's Argo for the win. Set point 25-24. They dig it up. Perea goes over to the left side. Shot is down. And Kimber puts it. Oh, no, that's a pointer in the net. And Artesia wins set number 1, 26-24. What a battle. The Bulldogs come back, and they win. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Set number 2 coming up.
Chevy Cybercash is back at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. Just click, claim, and go to save on your purchase of any 22 or 23 model Silverado, Equinox, Blazer, or 22 model Colorado. Cybercash is on top of most other offers, so visit GuyChevy.com today to claim your cash and hurry into Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main to take delivery of your new Chevy before this offer ends.
Take new retail delivery by November 30th, 2022. Limit 1 online code per eligible vehicle transaction.
ENMU Roswell welcomes new and returning students to register online and on campus for the spring 2023 semester. Prepare for brighter days ahead and learn new career skills in arts and sciences, technical and health education right here at home. Classes start January 17th. Talk with an advisor today. Call 575-624-7000 or log on to roswell.enmu.edu.
Success starts here. ENMU Roswell.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpening & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
Fall is here, but it's not too late to get to Graves Farm and Garden and stock up on green chili in mild, medium, or hot, as well as dried red chili, perfect for Thanksgiving and seasonal recipes. Plus, firewood by the cord, delivered and stacked. Now's the time to stock up on hay bales with Sudan and alfalfa in both small and large bales. And the Graves Farm store is open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Sundays 1 to 5. 7.5 miles south of Roswell on the Old Dexter Highway. Graves Farm and Garden, where locally owned means locally grown.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs, with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, are here for all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise.
All right, welcome back here to the Rio Rancho Center. They started early, so I'm getting in here on our commercial breaks. Over to Carmen Harvey. She gets it to Kimber. Over to Charity Argo, and her shot is long. She was behind the 10-foot line, didn't quite get enough down on it, so point St. Pius. If you're just joining us, the Bulldogs battled back and won set one, 26-24 over the Sharks after being down by as many as 8 in that set. Number 14 back to serve, Perea, who is the senior Perea. Her shot is to Carmen, to Kimber, and then a big kill shot for Morrison as she back set it, did Kimber. And Morrison with the big swing went off of 2 St. Pius Sartans and fell. So 1-1 Bulldogs as Harrison checks out. Johnson come in, and the shot by Coda. Blocked at the net by the Bulldogs, and then blocked at the net again. Harvey with the big block as the Sartans got it back up on top of the net, and Harvey blocks it back down. Point Artesia. Now they lead 2-1 as Coda goes back to serve once again. Here's her jump serve. Floater just long, or well, it was pretty long. They just got out of the way of it. So checking back in for the Sartans is number 15, who is going to go back to serve. That is Gonzalez, and also checking in number 10, Ben Binskus. And Gonzalez back to serve, tied up 2-2 here in set number 1. Here's the serve, jump serve back to Carmen, up to Argo, and then the shot by Harvey long down the left side. So point goes to St. Pius. 3-2 now. Gonzalez again back to serve. Her jump serve is going to go back again to Carmen. Goes to back set by Charity. Kill shot is dug up in the back row. That was Morrison. They bump it over, and no Bulldog there in the middle of the court. Got over the block of Harvey and Morrison just right in the middle of the court. Now the Bulldogs talking about it. Where are we at? Why wasn't somebody in the middle? As now Coach Williams out talking to them too. Argo and Kimber were discussing that. All right, 4 serving 2. Gonzalez. Kimber in the back row bumps it up to Argo. Argo with the set. A little behind, but a good job there by Harvey. Perea gets it up. Number 7 with the big kill shot again. Dug up in the back row. Here's Argo with a little bump over. Dug up by the Sartans back set to number 7. Her shot is blocked at the net. She tips it back up into the air, so the Sartans will just get this over. Kimber back to Coda. Now the Bulldogs are just going to have to get it over. Roll shot by Argo. They do get it over. Here's a shot in the middle. Coda digs it up. Backs up by Kimber. Big swing into the net for Morrison. Point St. Pius. So good volley there, but the Bulldogs unable to get it over on that left right side by Morrison. Her kill went right into the below the white of the net. So Gonzalez once again back to serve, 5 serving 2. 3-point lead, and that's long. Good job there by Coda. She was about ready to bump that up to the front, and she got out of the way. So Destiny Johnson will check in. Carmen Harvey will take a seat. Back to serve will be Kenna Morrison. 3 serving 5. Bulldogs down by 2. Here's the serve by Morrison. Good serve, dug by Perea. Set up on the right side. Number 7 with the big kill shot, and that is in. Abeta, the senior right side hitter and outside hitter with the kill. Checking in for Perea is number 6, Baca. So the libero takes a break. Number 12, Petra, the junior outside or middle hitter and opposite side hitter, goes back to serve. 6 serving 3. Morrison with the shot up to Argo, cross court to Johnson. She just tips it over. There's a kill. She saw that block coming by one of the big girls, number 6, and she just tipped it to her left, and it fell down as Perea, the libero, freshman libero, checks back in. And taking a seat is number 12, Petra. Back to serve is Argo. Her jump serve is a floater. Dug up. Perea cross court to number 10, Benvinskas, and her shot is long. Point, Artesia. And now they're back within 1. 5 serving 6, the Bulldogs. Charity Argo back to serve. Her jump serve, again a floater. And they pancake it. They do get it back over. Coda up to Argo. Argo right in the middle to Harvey, and they block it at the net. Number 6 blocks it right back down in the middle of the Bulldog court for a block, and that is a point. St. Pius are back up 7-5 as number 1 Chavez checks in, as does number 8 Arnett. Chavez will go back to serve for the Sartans as she gets the go-ahead. She's pounding the ball back there, and here's the shot. Back to Coda, up front to Argo. She cross set. Oh, too far, but a good job recovering. Nope, they're going to say, what did they say? Lift. Yeah, the set was way to the left, left of Coda, or Kimber, and she got her left hand out there, but they said she lifted it to get it back over the net. So point, St. Pius. Here's the serve. Morrison up front to Argo. Back set. Big swing, and that's going to be a kill. Guess who? Lefty, Destiny Johnson. Nice set that time by Argo. Back set, quick set. As Harrison checks in, Coda Beltran will take a seat. Going back to serve will be Elena Harvey. Bulldogs 6, St. Pius 8. As Harvey gets ready to go, she does get the go-ahead. Here's her serve. Number 15 digs it back up to number 1. Quick set in the middle. It's going to be dug up. The Bulldogs have to get it up on the net, and that's going to be long. No tip. Point Bulldogs. They were asking for the tip. Harrison did not get her hand on it. That's where they were trying to get the tip shot. So point Bulldogs, 7 serving 8. Bulldogs down by 1. Here's the serve by Elena. Over, and that's going to be, they dive and get it back up, and that's long again. Number 8 with the long shot. No, they're saying it was tipped. Man, I didn't see it. Coach Williams also getting up and talking, but to no avail. So somebody got a hand on it. Bulldogs didn't argue too much, so I guess they did. Gonzalez checks in for the Sartans, as does, both Gonzalez check in. Number 15, Lourdes Gonzalez, number 13, that's who checked in, Romero. She'll go back to serve. 9 serving 7. Argo up to Coda Kimber. Back set. Johnson just tips it over. They dig that up. They're just going to get it over. Free ball. Coda to Argo. Right in the middle to Harrison. Her shot is blocked. Point St. Pius. Big swing by Harrison, but right into the Sartans blocker, number 8 and number 3. And they block it right back down. 10 serving 7. Romero has been their best server here so far today, and she's won on a couple different runs. Back to Morrison. She goes backwards. Coda chases it down. Now Harrison will just get it over. They're going to dig that up and then set it up, and it's going to go back again. Morrison goes backwards. Coda chases it down. Now Argo will just roll it over, and they're going to say there was a point. I didn't see what he said. I was watching the continued action. There's so many whistles, so many balls flying. I don't know what he called. Must have been maybe we got in the net or maybe a double hit. In either case, point St. Pius are now by 4, 11-7. Argo can't get that one. It dove on her. Point and ace for number 13, Romero. 12 serving 7. She has gone on runs. Each time she's been the one serving, and she's on it again. Here's her serve. Little floater. Argo to Kimber to Harrison. Her kill shot is dug up. Bulldogs should have a free ball here. It's going to be over. Coda comes up, gets it to Argo. Back set. Tip it over, and there's a point. Destiny Johnson tips it over to the right side with her right hand. Nobody was there. They went up to block her big swing, and she didn't do it that time. And so the point goes to Artesia, and Destiny will go back to serve. 8 serving 12. Back to Perea, sets it up front to number 1. Now they're going to be a big swing. Backside, good dig back there by Coda to Argo. Now Kimber will just tip it over. What did they say? We got into the net? All right, point goes to St. Pius as Carmen Harvey checks back in for for Johnson. And Perea will go back to serve the sophomore or the freshman libero. Her shot rolls over. Johnson tips it up back to Coda. Now it's just going to be a free ball. Morrison gets it over. Number 1, cross-court set. It's going to be blocked at the net. They dig it up, and then they swing out of bounds. Point Artesia. So number 12 went up for that after it got blocked at the net, Petra, and her shot is over to the left and out of bounds. So it'll be 9 serving 13. Kimber back to serve. Her jump serve. Dug up by Perea. Up to Chavez. She sets it up over to the left side, tipped at the net. It's going to be a point. Boy, the Bulldogs have had a lot of those today. Harrison and Morrison tip it, and it goes way out of bounds out the back. Is checking in is number 7, Beta, and also checking in number 14, Perea. That's Gabriela, the senior setter, and she goes back to serve. 14 serving 9, 5-point lead here in set number 2 for the Sartans. Here's the jump serve. Dug up by Carmen, up to Kimber. Cross court, Charity Argo with the big swing. They block it at the net, and again, they say the Bulldogs in the net. I guess Charity, when she swung through, she hit the net. Point St. Pius, 15 serving 9. Here's the serve across. Coda up to Kimber. Kimber back set. Big swing by the, big swing by Morrison. They say it was tipped, so it'll be point Artesia. Checking back into the ballgame, Elena Harvey. Harrison will get a break, and back to serve will be Coda Beltran. 10 serving 15. Her shot is dug up in the back row. They're going to go to number 3. Dug up by Carmen, and then the shot over, and they're going to say again the Bulldogs into the net. Oh my goodness gracious. So a lot of unforced errors here by the Bulldogs. 16 serving 10 as Gonzalez checks in for the Sartans. Also checking in is number 10, Ben Beakus, and back to serve Gonzalez. 16 serving 10. Dug up back there by Kimber to Argo. Now back to Coda. Her shot is dug up in the back row. Good dig there. Perea sets up Ben Binkus, and that's dug up by Argo. Over the net it goes. They're going to have a back set here. Blocked by the Bulldogs. And again, they say we're in the net. It's hard to tell from here, but oh my gosh. And now Coach Williams says timeout. We've been in the net about 10 times here today, and it's really hurting the Bulldogs. 17-10, 7-point lead for the Sartans as Coach Williams into the huddle over there talking to the girls. It looks like, I can't see where they're getting into to the net, but they're obviously the refs are right there. And so we've had multiple calls where it looks like we're going to get the point, and then all of a sudden they point St. Pius's way and say we got into the net. The floor official walks over and talks to the official up on the top. I know Coach Williams is in his ear over there, so he walks over and talks to the official up top, who has called it every time, saying the Bulldogs are in the net. So calls not going Artesia's way today so far, and not that they should. They just need to be called right, and I'm sure that's what they're doing. All right, so Gonzalez back to serve once again, 17 serving 10. Bulldogs dig that up. It's going to be a shot over by Elena Harvey. St. Pius digs it up. Big swing, goes off with the block, gets over for the Bulldogs, so they're going to go back into and they're going to say point Artesia. 2 hits, this time by St. Pius. So it'll be 11 serving 17. The St. Pius fans are standing in front of me, and I can barely see our scoreboard. It's down below me to my left. All right, Morrison with the serve is going to be dug up in the back row by 15. They're going to go over to Ben Bitkus. Her shot is over. Dug by Charity, back to Charity Argo. Her shot is over, dug up in the back row by the Sartans. Now they go to number 7. Her shot is over, dug up by Johnson. Kimber will get to Coda from the 10-foot line. It's going to be dug up in the back row. They chase it down. Number 10, Ben Beakus, will back over the top. Coda to Kimber, back set. Johnson with the kill. Oh, he said it was out. Oh, it looked like it was in by a foot. I guess my eyes deceived me. 18 serving 11 as number 12, Petra, goes back to serve. Over, dug up by Coda to Argo, cross court to Johnson. Her shot into the net. So it'll be 19 serving 11 as Petra goes back to serve. 8-point lead. This was the same lead they had in the first match. In the Bulldogs first set, Bulldogs battled back. Goes back Morrison with the bump up to pass up to Charity Argo, and then the tip over by Johnson is got back, and then it's blocked out of bounds by Morrison. And Johnson, as the Spartans got a big shot on it, so that's a kill for number 14. 20 serving 11, 9-point lead. Coda up to Argo, back set, tip over by Harvey. They're going to get to that. Tip over by the Sartans. Argo digs it up. It was on the net, and it's tipped off of Harvey and out of bounds on the big happy birthday swing by the Sartans. So 21, 10-point lead, 21 serving 11 here. Bulldogs down by 10. Petra back to serve. It's going to go back to Coda, up front to Argo, cross court. And then the shot is over, and that is in for the kill for Destiny Johnson. Not a big swing. She just tipped it over to to her right, and it got just over the net and fell over on the right side for the point. So the Bulldogs definitely need that. Checking back in is Perea, the freshman. And here's Argo's just tips over, but they do dig it up. So Ben Bikas with the shot over, and that's going to be a point. She went down the right side, cross court, and it fell. Giving chase was Kimber, but she couldn't get there. Now Coach Williams again calls a timeout. 22 serving 12. And the Sartans fans were saying she's our freshman. They got two of them on the floor. Their defensive specialist, who is also the libero today, Maya Perea. And then they had another freshman, I thought. No, they don't either. Oh, yeah, they do. Alyssa Benbinskis is a freshman. She's the one that just got that kill, and that's one the student section here, which is they're filling up the whole bleachers below me here in the center, the Rio Rancho Event Center. There's a huge crowd here, as it looks like they let them out of school to come and watch. Sartans did. Checking in for the Sartans is going to be Chavis, number 1. And also number 8, Jalen Arnett, the outside hitter. And going back to serve will be Chavis. She's also a senior Ella Chavis. And the Sartans lead 22-12. See if the Bulldogs can mount a massive comeback here. Here's the serve by Chavis. Back to Morrison, gets it to Argo. Tip over is going to be from Kimber. Go across, and there's a kill, another kill for the freshman, Ben Bikas. As she went down the left lane, no Bulldog there. 23 serving 12. Chavis will once again go back to serve. As Perea, the other freshman, checks in, their libero, number 7, checks out, Abeta. Here's the serve. It's going to go back again to Morrison. Gets it to Argo. Argo back to, and there's a big kill for Coda. She went back behind the 10-foot line. It goes off a block and to the left. So a point, Artesia. Coda Beltran with the kill. Harrison checks back in. Coda will take a seat. Elaine Harvey back to serve. 13 serving 23. Her serve is long. Way long. So point goes to the Sartans. 24-13. As number 3 checks in, as does number 15, and that's Gonzalez on 13. Romero, boy, there's their best server. Romero going back to serve here with set point, 24-13. Here's the serve by Romero. It's going to go back to Morrison. She bumps it up to Kimber. She gets it to Harrison, just a tip over. St. Pius back at it. Dug up in the back row by Charity to Kimber, or Dakota. Now Kimber with the shot. They dig that up. Perea back set to number 13. Her shot is going to be dug up by the Bulldogs. Morrison gives chase, chases it down, and then the shot over by Destiny. They dig it up on the back row. It's going to be dug up by Morrison. Charity Argo with the back set. Another big swing by Johnson. They'll see if they can get to it. They do. St. Pius is just going to get this over. Free ball Bulldogs. On the back row, Morrison up to Argo. Argo to big swing, and there's a kill for Kimber Beltran. So a good volley there by both teams. Had to do some scrambling. But the Bulldogs stay alive here as they get that point. It's still set point, but it's now 14 serving 24. And Destiny Johnson goes back to serve for the Artesia Bulldogs. Here's her jump serve. Floater. Dug up. That's going to be dug up again. Man, they got to that. Johnson gets it to Argo. Argo to Kimber. Her shot is a kill. Another kill. Good set there. Good pass and a good set by Argo to Kimber on the left side. She puts a kill through the block effort. So 15 serving 24. Here's the shot by Johnson. Gets over. They do dig it up. On the left side, Morrison to Coda. Now Kimber will just roll shot it over. They dig it up again. Perea to the back set. Big swing. Going to be dug up by Kimber. Argo, back set. Morrison with the shot. And that's going to be a kill for Kenna Morrison. Good pass there by Argo on the back set. And Morrison goes cross court from the right side to the left side. Goes off of a St. Pius Sarton. 16-24. They've been at set point for a while now. Here's the shot dug up by Perea. Up to Chavez. She goes across again. It's going to be blocked at the net. They dig it up, but they say, oh my gosh, they say the Bulldogs were in the net again. Looks like they called it on Morrison. All right, that'll end this set. The final score, 25-16. They're now tied up. We'll be back for set number 3. Stay tuned.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge.
There are things you can do to improve the value of your current home if you plan to sell, and a few things you probably shouldn't do. The folks at Lois Oliver Real Estate are experts in real estate in Artesia and can help you with some great advice. If you want to talk to a local expert about buying or selling a home in Artesia, visit with any of the agents at Lois Oliver Real Estate. We know Artesia, and we're ready to help you buy or sell or find local experts who can answer your questions. Lois Oliver Real Estate. We love it here. Find us at 210 South Roselawn or online at loisoliverrealestate.com. Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
Hello, this is Andrew Davidson, Market President for First National Bank Artesia, inviting you to come and bank with us. We offer a full range of financial products that create possibilities in the lives we touch, and in this community we're proud to serve. Our friendly staff understands the importance of every financial transaction, whether you want to open a checking account or a personal loan or finance your business or commercial property or want to apply for a home loan. We're here to help. First National Bank Artesia. We're big enough to serve, small enough to care, and proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Call First National Bank in Artesia, 575-746-4794. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
All right, we're back here for set number 3, and there was the official up on the stand called over the captains from both teams and looked like he was chewing them out. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of talk down there. It didn't look like it. And maybe he wasn't chewing them out, but their reaction was one of solace, and he pointed at both benches. All right, we're started. Kimber Coda with the serve. Dug up. Shot is going to be down the line. Dug up by Carmen. Back set from Coda. And there's a kill shot for Kenna Morrison as she got it over right into the block, and it went up off the block and down for the point Artesia. 1-0 here in set 3. Coda Beltran back for the serve. She gets it over to Perea, and that's going to get over the net. Bulldogs will have a shot out of here. Oh, what did they say? So they got into the net. Number 1 did. Said she got under the net, I guess, coming up on that. So point Bulldogs. I couldn't figure out what they were saying, but it's a point Bulldogs, 2-0. Here's a serve by Coda, just a floater. They get to it, into the net, and off. Ace for Coda Beltran. Boy, her floaters are pretty awesome. They come across knuckleball and they float and change gears and change directions and tough ball. Great shot there by Coda. 3-0 Bulldogs here in set number 3. Beltran with this time a hard serve over to Perea. Up front to Chavez. She sets it. It's going to be a shot back to Carmen Harvey, who digs it to Kimber. Back set. Here's a big swing by the Artesia Bulldogs, Morrison. They dig it up, and now the shot across court by number 3, Gonzalez, and it goes down. No Bulldog there, so point and a kill for Gonzalez. Is checking back in as number 7, Abeta. And back to serve will be number 14, Perea, the senior. 1 serving 3, Sartans and Bulldogs tied up 1-1 here. Shot is over. Coda goes and gets it, sets it to Argo. Big swing, and they're going to dig it up on the back row. Elena Harvey with the swing. Now on the other side, they send it, and it's off of Coda Beltran and off to the left, out of bounds. Will be 2 serving 3. Coach Williams was saying something to the guy on the floor, but he didn't say anything back to him. All right, here's the serve. 2 serving 3. 2 serving 3. Bulldogs get there to it, but they just get it over. Did Argo. Set is over to the Sartans. Digging it on the back row is Coda to Kimber. And Argo will just tip that over. Oh, and the Sartans get to it. I thought it was a point for sure. Coda to Kimber, cross court to Argo. Her swing is once again dug up by the Sartans. Number 7 now with the kill shot. Dug up in the back row by Kimber. Coda will bump it up. Morrison with just a little tip shot over. They get it back over. Then Elena Harvey hits it over. Again, they get it back over. Back in the back, Kimber to Coda. Coda to Kimber, and then they hit it on the net and down. Point, St. Pius. 3-3. Kimber just tried to go over instead of the set, and they were right there and hit it straight down for the point. Back to serve will be number 14, Gabriela Perea. 3 serving 3. Back to Coda. Bump it up to Argo. And she just tips it over, but they're right there for it. They get it back over the net. Carmen digs it up. Chasing it down was Kimber. Argo with the big swing. Dug up by Perea in the back. She gets it to number 14. Now the big swing. Blocked at the net. I don't even know if that got over the net. There for the block was Harvey and Morrison. As Carmen Harvey checks out, back in the ball game is Destiny Johnson, and Kenna Morrison will go back to serve. 4 serving 3 here in set number 3. Her shot is into the net. So point St. Pius. Checking back into the ball game for the Sartans will be number 15 and number 10, and going back to serve will be Lourdes Gonzalez, number 15. Ben Binskus checked in as well. Gonzalez, 4 serving 4. She spins the ball. Here's her jump serve. Back to Morrison. Morrison up front to Argo. Argo over to Johnson. Her swing is dug up by Perea. Now they're going to do a back deal. Dug up by the Bulldogs. Morrison to Kimber. Then the little roll shot is dug up. That was Argo with the roll shot. Now Ben Binskus tries to get it over, and there for the block are the Bulldogs. Destiny Johnson and Kimber Beltran as they get high on that left side. Right side for them, left side for the Sartans, and that's a point. Bulldogs now leading 5-4. Argo with her jump serve. Floater dug up. It's to the Bulldog side of things. There for the kill shot was Harvey, but they dig it up. Ben Binkits gets it over. Digging it was Kimber. Now Morrison with the roll shot back into the back court. Perea was there for it. Then blocked at the net. Again, up for the block, Harvey and Kimber. So Elena Harvey and Kimber Beltran with the block. Point Bulldogs, 6-4 as Argo gathers up the ball. 2 of them rolled out there. I don't know where the other one came from. They got that off the court, and now Charity Argo with the serve. Here's her jump serve. Back to Perea. She digs it up. Back set to number 7. She just bumps it over. Kimber was there. Now Johnson will put it over. Dug up by the Sartans. Again, number 7 with a shot. Coda in the back court to Argo. Big swing there by Kimber. They dig it up and get it over again. Coda to Argo. Back set this time. Big swing, and that's going to be Bulldogs. Yeah, point Bulldogs. Big swing there by Johnson. I thought for a minute they were going to say it hit the net, but they're saying it was a tip. Bulldogs go up. Man, I can't see it. People are just in the way down there. 7-4. Here's a serve by, and it's way long by Charity. So point goes to the Sartans as number 6 checks in for Maya Perea, the freshman libero. Checking in was Baca, and her name also Maya. Back to serve is number 11, Solis, a junior. Her serve is going to be dug up by Morrison. Argo chases it down, gets it over to Kimber. She puts it over a roll shot. They'll dig that up, almost a free ball. Back set to number 7. Her shot dug up in the back row by Coda. Back set to up, and they say she got in the net again. So Argo into the net. Point. Sartans, they now 6 serving 7 is number 11, Solis, back to serve. Back to Coda, goes backwards. Morrison will get it up. Just going to be a free ball. Oh, and they dive at it. They do get it. Big shot by number 6, Baca. And that's a kill down the right side. Well, cross court to the right side. And that ties it up, 7-7. I don't know if you can hear the fans that are right in front of me, but they're loud and raucous. As number 11 continues to serve, Juliana Solis. Her serve is going to be an ace. Diving for it was Morrison, couldn't get there. So they take the lead, 8 serving 7. Again, Solis back to serve, 8 serving 7. It's going to be to Coda. Bumps it up, back set by Argo, and double hit. And Coach Williams calls a timeout. So Argo tries the back set, and they call the double hit on her. So 9 serving 7 when we come out of this timeout. They're in set number 2 on the court next to us. Goddard in a tight match over here, as it is. Let's see, I thought they just got a point, and they didn't change it yet. They did. So 11 serving 10. Goddard on top of Hope Christian, but I didn't see their, that's the 1 versus the 4 seed, and I didn't see their first match, or their first set, who won it. As we're still in the timeout here on our set. And just now, Hope Christian gets the kill, so point goes back to them, so tied back up. So a tight match right next to us. But here in ours, the Bulldogs now down by 2 after leading by 4, I think, in this set. Won the first set, 26-24, lost the second, 25-16, and now here in the third set, 9-7, and back to serve is Solis, the junior setter. Here's the serve. It goes across to Morrison. Gets it to Argo. Argo with the pass to Kimber. She just bumps it over the top of the attempted block. They get it back over, tipped. Morrison back to Argo. She's going to go across to Kimber again. And there's a kill for Kimber Beltran. Nice pass there. Bulldogs were kind of back, really not in their system, but we're able to get that across to Kimber close to the net. She got a good kill. As going back to serve, checking into the ballgame and going back to serve will be Kaylin Owens for the Bulldogs. Here's her jump serve. Perea gets it up into the air. Back set to number 7. Her swing is blocked out of bounds by Harrison. Point St. Pius. Elena Harvey back up. She'll come in for Owens. As number 1, Chavez checks back in for the Sartans. Also checking in as number 8, Arnett. And Chavez will go back to serve. Harvey takes a break, and coming in will be the libero for the Bulldogs, Coda Beltran. Chavez in the middle of the court, way back, gets a run at it on her jump serve. Pounds the ball a couple times. Now here's her jump serve. Goes back to Morrison, bumps it up to Kimber. Kimber with the back. Oh, she just tipped it over, and they weren't ready for it. So a nice shot there by Kimber Beltran to get the point. Instead, it looked like she was going to back set it to Harrison, and then she just put it right in a spot where they weren't on the left side of the court. Destiny Johnson down the and it hits the net. Right back to the Sartans. Point them. So 11 serving 9 now as they have 2 checking in. Number 3 checks in and number 13. And that is Gonzalez and Romero. And Romero back to serve. Their best server so far is Carmen Harvey checks in for the Bulldogs. Destiny Johnson takes a break. 11 serving 9. Romero gets it across to Harvey. To Beltran. Over to Morrison. Now a shot by the Sartans is dug up. Bulldogs just going to get it over. They dig it up as Coda put that over, just a roll shot, and now a shot back, and that's going to be dug by Carmen to Beltran, or to Kimber, and that's going to be out of bounds. Bulldogs ball. Boy, my mind couldn't keep up with it. Sorry about that. It was Argo to Kimber. She hit a nice shot. They got it back up, but it went over the net, out of bounds. So point Artesia back within 1 as Kimber goes back to serve. 10 serving 11. Her shot dug up in the back row to Perea to Chavez. They're just going to not be able to get it over. Point Bulldogs. as it was too far up on the net. And coming in trying to tip it over was Gonzalez, unable to. So Kimber back again to serve. It's tied up 11-11. Here's Kimber's jump shot. Jump serve is dug up by number 13. Chavez to the middle, and that's going to be a kill for number 6, Baca, the sophomore middle blocker. So right back on top by 1 is checking in for Baca is number 12, another one of their big girls, the middle hitter, Petra, Grace Petra. And back to serve will be the libero, Maya Paria, the freshman. Serve is over. Argo, Kimber, back to Argo. Her swing is dug up by Paria. Chavez chases it down. This is going to be a free ball for the Bulldogs. Argo to Kimber again, and that's going to be tipped by the... They're going to get it over the net. So Coda to Kimber, big swing by Morrison. They are able to dig it up. Back set. Swing is going to be out of bounds. Point, Artesia. Number 3 took a swing at that, Gonzalez, and went cross court out of bounds. So point Artesia is Elena Harvey checks in for Harrison. It's 12-12. Back to serve is Coda Beltran. Her jump serve. Paria gets it up to Chavez. Chavez to number 12. Her shot is dug up by Kimber. Coda chases that down, gets it over to Argo. Her shot is put back over the net. Good job by the Bulldogs, just scrambling. They get it over, free ball. Chavez is going to go cross court to number 3. Her shot is blocked at the net. Elena Harvey with the block. Point, Artesia. That was Gonzalez with a big swing. Harvey went up and blocked it right back down on top of her. And we're up again, 13-12. 1 point lead for the Bulldogs as Coda Beltran will be back to serve once again. 13 serving 12. Set number 3. Her jump serve hits the net. It's dug up back in the back side. Chavez with the set. Big swing there, blocked by the Bulldogs. They do get it back up, though. Number 3 is just going to get it over to Carmen Harvey. Kimber over to Charity Argo. Her shot is long. Darn it. So point back to the Sartans as number 7 and I think number 14 are checking back in. So Abeta and Paria. And that's Gabriela Paria, the senior for the Sartans. She'll go back to serve. 13 serving 13 here in set number 3. Back and forth. Neither team able to get a stranglehold yet here in set 3. Here's the serve. Carmen with the bump up to Argo. Back set. Morrison with the big swing. That's blocked back into the Bulldog side of things. Another block for big number 12, Grace Petra. Point, Sartans. 14-13 now as Gabriela Paria back to serve once again. Her jump serve. Kimber on the back row up to Argo. Big swing. They dig it up. That was Harvey. They're able to dig that up. Free ball. Coda to Kimber. Now just a roll shot way long for the Bulldogs. So a point goes back again to the Sartans as that was going to be a free ball. Now Coach Williams is asking something. I think he's saying to get out of order. We have seen a lot. No, he's asking if we have enough, if we have a timeout. He takes a timeout. The Sartans rotate a ton of girls. The Bulldogs, not much rotation here this weekend. But the Sartans, man, they're bringing 2 in at a time. They've got a lot of rotation on their team. So that's just how their rotation is working. And the Sartans, going into this timeout, have a 2-point lead. 15-13 is their lead over the Bulldogs. Whichever team falls here will play again today as they'll move to the, trying to see here where the game goes. I think it's at 4:45 this afternoon. And it is. All right, so we're back to action here coming out of this timeout. Gabriela Paria will do the honors for the Sartans. Her jump serve is going to be fielded back there by Coda. Nice pass up to Argo. Just a tip over, and there's a kill. That's the way we got to do it. Harvey just tipped it over that block. We had to make that adjustment yesterday as well against Los Alamos. They were blocking a lot of our big swings. She just tips it over and gets the tip over kill. Checking into the ball game is Destiny Johnson. Carmen Harvey takes a break, and Kenna Morrison back to serve. Her serve is back to number 13. She digs it up. Cross court. And a big swing back there, dug up by Morrison. Kimber cross court to Argo. Argo with the big swing, and it's blocked, but straight down on their side. So a point, Artesia. Charity gets the kill, and the Bulldogs tie it back up. 15-15. Coming out of that timeout, they were down by 2. Now they're tied. Morrison with a big swing, again dug up in the back row by Romero. Back set. Swing is going to be dug up by Morrison. Ooh, Bulldogs had to just get there. Oh, and then into the net. I was going to say a free ball, but Kimber's roll shot just went into the net. So point St. Pius is checking back into the ball game, and going back to serve will be Lourdes Gonzalez. Also checking in is Ben Vinskus. It just looks weird, and I keep having a hard time. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think I am. Here's the serve by Gonzalez. Coda with the bump up to Argo. Cross court to Johnson. Her big swing is out of bounds off the block. Point. Artesia, another kill for Destiny Johnson, and it ties it back up. 16-16 as Charity Argo will go back to serve. 1-1 is where we're at here. We're in set 3. Bulldogs win the first one. St. Pius wins the second. Here's the serve by Argo. Perea up to the front line, number 10 with the big swing. That's out of bounds, cross court. She tries to go. I thought she was saying it was a tip, but they did not. It said it was out of bounds. The back corner judge first put her hand on top of the flag, which normally means tip. As the ball rolls in, they'll hold play for a minute. But then she just said out of bounds. So 17 serving 16. Here's the jump serve by Argo. Good serve. It's just going to have to just get this. Oh, and then they say, I don't know what they did. They were just going to get it over, and then she just let it fall. Number 10 went to get it, and then she just let it fall. So point Bulldogs, 18 serving 16. Argo with her jump serve. Back to number 15, Lourdes. It gets over. Now Argo's going to bump that up, and then Kimber with the big swing way long. So I thought maybe she would set that, but she went up for the swing, and it went way long. Point goes to the Sartans as Abeta checks back in, as does Juliana Solis, and she'll go back to serve for the Sartans. 17 serving 18 here in set number 3. Solis back to, well, Johnson got it, and then it's just going to be gotten over by the Bulldogs. Argo. Now a big swing here, blocked at the net, but out of bounds off of Harvey and Johnson. So point goes to St. Pius on the block attempt. It went off of their hands and out of bounds. So the kill by number 14, Perea. All right, 18 serving 18. Back to Coda, up to Argo. Argo cross court to Kimber. Big swing. That is off of the block, out of bounds. Bulldog, point kill for Kimber Beltran. Harvey checks in for the Bulldogs. The libero Perea checks in, and also checking in, I think, was number 16. No, number 6 maybe, Baca. All right, so back to serve as Owens checks in for the Bulldogs. Kaylin back to serve, 19, serving 18. Bulldogs with a 1-point lead. Here's the jump shot into the net. Oh, doggone it. All right, so it'll be tied back up. Owens will check back out, and Elena Harvey checks in. On the other side, Ella Chavez checks in, number 1. And also checking in is number 8, Jalen Arnett. And I think Chavez will go back to serve. That's been their rotation. She does get the ball from the freshman libero, Perea. 19-19 here in set 3. Chavez back to serve for the Sartans. Here's the jump serve. Goes over to Morrison. Kind of backwards, chasing it down was Argo. The Bulldogs just going to get that over, so a free ball. Chavez sets it back set to Arnett. Her shot is blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Kimber Beltran up, but her hands goes off her hands left and out of bounds, so the Sartans get to 21st. It's 20-19 in favor of the Sartans here in set 3. Chavez in the middle of the court, pounds the ball a couple times. Here's her jump serve. Again goes back to Morrison. Again goes off her hands funny. Harrison chases it down. Big swing there by Kimber. Back to Coda as they blocked it. Now Johnson with the big swing. Again blocked. They're going to say it. Well, what are they saying? Oh, they say it didn't get over. They said it hit the top of the net, not blocked. So point St. Pius. 21-19. 2-point lead here as Chavez gets the ball and goes back to serve. Her jump serve. Again goes back to Morrison. She gets it up to Kimber, back set, and it's blocked at the net. Johnson tried to tip it over, blocked by number 6, Maya Baca. 22 serving 19. All right, here's the serve coming up from Chavez. And the serve, it goes back to Morrison again. She's going to Get it up to Kimber, cross court to Harrison, and it's blocked at the net again. I don't even think it got over the net that time. Point St. Pius. Bulldogs struggling right now. A 4-point run. It was 19-19, and now it's 23-19 here in set 3. Chavez pounds the ball. Here comes her serve. Back to Morrison again. She's going to bump it up to Kimber. Kimber with the back set. Oh, they have to chase it down. That's not going to get over. We're just really out of whack right now, are the Bulldogs. The set was way off, and chasing it was on the back set. Chasing it was Destiny, but she couldn't get there. Set point, 24-19. Bulldogs need to run, have to go on a run right here. 24-19, here's the serve. Again to Morrison. She gets it to Kimber on the back side. Swing by Coda, gets it over the net. Perea chases it down. They're just going to get it from the back side. And it's a point. Number 15 gets it from the 10-foot line. Gabriela Perea. St. Pius wins 25-19. We're going to take a break. Bulldogs now on the ropes. We got to get the next 2. We'll be back.
Many times, patients require skilled care for short-term illnesses, temporary help after hospitalization or rehabilitation after a major surgery, and many more conditions that can be handled in the comfort of your home. J&J Home Care stands ready to provide such care when you or your family members need it. Our highly experienced nurses, therapists, and aides have been serving Artesia and the surrounding community for more than 20 years. To learn more about the services available at J&J Home Care, call 746-2892 or visit us at 1301 West Grand in Artesia.
Incredible Printing is open for business. Located across the street from the Derek Floor statue in Artesia, Incredible Printing is Artesia's only local printer. Incredible Printing makes your business that high-flying brochure needed to advertise those new services or products. Incredible Printing also specializes in all carbon copy books and material. Incredible Printing is open in Artesia, across from the Derek Floor statue.
Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I know you've heard me say that you can trust Trustmark, but I want you to know what that looks like in real life. A few years ago, we installed a beautiful new roof for an older woman who was recently widowed. She was an artist, and colors were really important to her. So when she said she didn't like the color of a brand new roof, we took that seriously. She had picked the color and signed off on it, but I just kept thinking, if she's going to walk into her house every day and be disappointed, then we're just going to redo it. So we did. We ripped that beautiful new roof off and replaced it with a slightly different color, and she was thrilled. Yes, it cost us quite a bit of money to make her happy, but I want you to know you can trust Trustmark to make it exactly right every time. If you have any roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
What's tougher than a Ford truck? Finding a Ford truck. Artesia Ford Sales is ready to help with a great selection of certified pre-owned Ford trucks. All certified pre-owned vehicles qualify for low 0.99% interest for 36 months. If a new Ford truck is what you want, let us order your new truck from the factory. Artesia Ford can price protect your selection. The price today is the price you'll pay when your new truck is delivered. Don't let buying a new truck be tough. Make buying a Ford truck easy by visiting Artesia Ford Sales today.
All right, welcome back here as the Artesia Bulldogs down 2-1. Starting off, Gabriela Perea sends it over. It's bumped up to from Coda to Kimber. The shot by Charity Argo is way long, so point goes to St. Pius. Again, number 14, Perea, Gabriela. Back to serve, leading 1-0 here in set number 4. Goes back to Carmen Harvey, up to Harrison with the tip over, is gotten by the Sartans and unable to chase it down. On the block was Argo. It goes off her hand left, and chasing it was Carmen. Could not get to it. To 2-0 now in favor of the Sartans. Once again, back to serve will be Gabriela Perea. And her serve. Back to Coda, up to Kimber. Kimber with a cross court to Argo. Argo with the kill shot, dug up in the back row by Perea. And now number 3 with the shot, back to Carmen. She gets it to Coda, or to Kimber. Now to Argo. Her shot dug up by number 13. They're going to have a go at it again. Again on the back row. Whoa, what are they saying here? 2 hits. 2 hits on St. Pius. Boy, that went a long time before they called it, as Elena checks in for Harrison, and back to serve for the Bulldogs. Serving 1, serving 2 is Coda Beltran. So 1-point lead here for the Sartans. Beltran serve, dug up in the back row. Number 3 with the shot, goes off the net and falls. Boy, the roll just went their way, hit the white, and then went sideways left and fell right inside the line for the Sartans. So they now lead 3-1. As checking in and going back to serve is Lourdes Gonzalez. Also checking in is Ben Binskus. Gonzalez back to serve, 3 serving 1. Back to Kimber. Bump pass up to, they dig it up back there as the shot was just a tip over. And now back on the back row, Coda to Kimber, back set. It's going to be tipped over again, this time by Morrison. Back set on the other side, number 7 back with a big swing, but it's off of Harvey and out of bounds. Point goes to St. Pius. So a big swing there. Bulldogs up for the block, but it goes out of bounds. So it's now 4 serving 1 as Lourdes Gonzalez once again goes back to serve, a sophomore defensive specialist for the Sartans. Her serve goes back to Kimber, up to Argo. Argo back set to Morrison. Big swing. They dig it up, does Perea. Back row going to go to number 10, Bembinskis. Her shot is dug up, and the Bulldogs can't get there. It's under the net. So it went off the block. Attempt by Morrison went sideways. Diving for it was Argo, and she hit it up under the net. Point, St. Pius, 5 serving 1. Gonzalez is on a 5-point run here. Carmen Harvey gets it up to Argo. She's going to have to just chase that down. She gets it back, and it goes into the net. Coda from behind the 10-foot line. Her swing goes right into the net. Point, St. Pius. So the Bulldogs just out of sync here. Once again, got to find their momentum. 6-1. Gonzalez continuing to serve here with a 5-point lead. Her jump serve. Back to Carmen. She gets it up to Argo. Cross court to Harvey. Her shot is blocked at the net, but goes straight down. Point, Artesia. So Elena Harvey with a kill, and we needed that. Needed to stop the run there by the Sartans. Is checking in for Carmen will be Destiny Johnson, and back to serve Kenna Morrison for the Bulldogs. 2 serving 6. And she hit it right into the net. Doggone it. Point, St. Pius. 7 serving 2. Is checking back into the ballgame for the Sartans is number 6, Baca. And also checking in is number 11, who's going to go back to serve. That's Juliana Solis, a junior. So Solis, 7 serving 2. Back to Morrison, up to Argo. Cross court to Johnson. Her shot hits the net. They didn't block it. It hit the white of the net. Point, St. Pius, 8 serving 2. As Juliana Solis goes back. 6-point lead here for the number 2 seeded Sartans. That shot just gets over. Good dive there. A happy birthday that they missed. The Bulldogs chase it down. They're keeping it alive. And just getting it over was Argo. Up on the net, back set. It's going to be cross court. Kimber gets her hands on it. Coda, and that's just going to get it over. Argo with the backward shot. They get into their system. Cross court to number 3. Her shot is down, a kill. And actually it was Ben Biscus with the kill. She's had several of those. 9 serving 2. Solis back to serve once again. Goes to Coda. She gets it to Argo. Cross court shot is blocked at the net. Johnson tips it up into the air. Back set to Coda from Kimber. She gets it across from behind the 10-foot line. That'd have been Biscus, and she gets it back. Coda dives and saves it. Kimber cross court to Argo. Argo with the shot. It's dug up, and they got a pancake. Now it's back to backside, and it's going to be long, but was it tipped? Oh, getting into the net. That's what they called on St. Pius. So point goes to the Bulldogs. That shot was long, but then I saw him point to Artesia, and then they said why. So somebody got into the net. So back to serve for the Bulldogs. 3 serving 9 is Charity Argo. Her jump serve. Dug in the back row. They set it up. Back set to number 7. Her shot is way wide. Point Artesia. Bulldogs up for the block, but did not tip it. So Argo back to serve. 4 serving 9. Little floater. Gets over. Number 15 goes and gets it. Set in the middle. That shot is a kill for number 6, Maya Baca. Bulldogs unable to dig that up as Chavez and Arnett's going to check back in for the Sartans. Chavez will go back to serve. Where's number 1 on her jersey? 10 serving 4, 6-point lead here for the Sartans in set number 4. And if they get this one, they win 3-1. All right, here's the jump serve by Chavez. Coda up to Argo, back set, big swing. They dig it up. That was Johnson with the big swing. They dig it up. Now Lourdes will, Ben Biscus just over the top. A little roll shot got over the block attempt, and that's a point. St. Pius at 11 serving 4 now. 7-point lead as Chavez once again goes back to serve. St. Pius wearing black with gold numbering. Bulldogs wearing black shorts and orange shirts with black numbering. Argo has to chase that down. Kimber just a roll shot into the net. So another point for the Sartans, and Coach Williams calls the timeout. So the Bulldogs just having a hard time. They've been struggling a little bit here today and just can't quite get on track here in these last 2 sets. The first set, they really had to make a comeback. They were down by 8 and come back and won that game 26-24, but then lost set 2, 25-16, and lost set 3, 25-19. As the St. Pius Sartans got out to a big enough lead, they were just able to keep it. And they've done that again here in set number 4, as the score is 12-8 coming out of this timeout. 8-point lead for the Sartans. As they get reset here. The guy with the flag was over there talking to the guy on the stand, and now he runs back over. So they're ready to go. Chavez with her jump serve. She's over on the right side now instead of in the middle. Here's her jump serve. Goes back to Morrison. She lets it go. Good job there by Kenneth. She was about to get her hands on that, and it was out of bounds. Harrison checks back in for the Bulldogs. Coda will take a break. Also checking in is Owens, and Elena Harvey will get a break as Kaylin will go back to serve, the junior defensive specialist. Here's her jump serve, 5 serving 12, and into the net. Doggone it. Kaylin just not able to get it over there again, so she'll check back out. Elena Harvey will check in. It'll be 13 serving 5 as Gonzalez checks in, as does Romero checking into the ball game, and Owens and Harvey both check back out as Coda checks in. So Romero, who is we've seen runs from, has a 13-5 lead, and she is now back to serve. Goes back to Argo. She bumps it up to Kimber, back set to Johnson. They are able to dig that up, but it gets over the net. Coda to Kimber. Her shot is tipped at the net, but number 13 digs it up. Chavez just puts it over. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no, they said there was a double hit. Oh, good. Chavez put that over right where there was no body instead of setting it, but a double hit called. So the Bulldogs get the point, and Destiny Johnson will go back to serve. 6 serving 13. Her shot dug up in the back row up to Chavez. Chavez will get it across to Benbiscus. That's going to be dug up by Johnson. Argo will just get that over. Back set to number 8. It blocked at the net, but straight on our side of it. Harrison and Kimber Beltran go up for the block, but point goes to the Sartans as number 12 checks back in, Petra. And for the Bulldogs, Johnson takes a seat. Coming in, Carmen Harvey. And back to serve is the freshman libero, Maya Parilla. Her shot is dug by Harris, and then just got over. It was Coda who come in and bumped it over. Free ball here, and that's in. Number 3 with the kill, Gonzalez down the left side. 14 serving 6. Parilla goes back to serve once again. Up, a ball comes in, and the coach for St. Pius jogged out onto the court right as her Parilla was getting ready to serve, so they say do-over. 15 serving 6. Shot is back to Carmen. She bumps it up. Chasing it down was Kimber, and then the shot into the net by Morrison. So 16 serving 6 now. 10-point lead, double-digit lead for the Sartans here in set number 4. Parilla with the serve, back to Carmen again. Again, goes off her hands funny. Morrison gives chase. They're just going to get it over. Kimber just bumps it over. Number 13 up to Chavez. Right in the middle to Lourdes, and she gets the kill. I'm sorry, that was Grace Petra with the kill. Number 12, another one of their big tall girls. 17 serving 6. This is set 4. The Bulldogs are down 2-1. So if they can't battle back here, they'll be playing this afternoon on the consolation side. Back to Carmen. She bumps it up to Kimber. She gets it back to Coda. Her shot is dug up in the backside. Now Coda on the back row, set by the Bulldogs. And that's going to be, nope, they dig it up. They get it over. Coda chases it down, back to Argo, cross court to Kimber. She bumps it over. They get it over, up again, do the Sartans, and this is going to be a free ball for the Bulldogs. Coda up front, and too far. Argo to Harrison. It's tipped, and that will be a point. Artesia, man, that was back and forth and pretty ugly, but the Bulldogs able to scramble and get the point. So 7 serving 17 as Kimber Beltran goes back to serve, and she hits it right into the net. Doggone it. 7 and 14 checking back in. That's Abeta and Paria, Gabriela Paria for the Sartans. So both Parias will be on the floor, Maya and Gabriela. I think Gabriela will go back to serve. She will, the senior setter. 18 serving 7, set number 4. And Gabriela back with the serve from the right corner. Here's her jump serve. She's going to go. It's going to be bumped up to Kimber from Coda. Then just a tip over. And they're chasing it down by Morrison. They do get it over. Charity Argo to Kimber. Back set to Morrison. Big swing. They get it up in the air again. Back set to number 7. She's just going to tip it over. Harrison tips it and then chasing it down and not going to be able to get to it. Kimber chased it backwards and then it went even further backwards off of her hit. 19-7 now in favor of St. Pius. So once again with the serve will be Gabriela Paria. And her jump serve upcoming. Back to Bulldogs, and there's a set. They're just going to get it over, does Morrison. So a free ball. They go to number 13. It's dug up by the Bulldogs, and Harrison, they can't. 4 hits. Harrison could not get it over. It was dug up on the back row by Coda, but the next shot went off to the left, and diving for it was Harrison, and it just went straight up, did not get over. 20 serving 7, 13-point lead here for the Sartans. The wheels have kind of fallen off for the Bulldogs. Little jump serve is into the net, so that helps. Point Artesia. She tried to just float that over into an open spot. Elena Harvey checks back in for Harrison, and Coda Beltran will go back to serve for the Bulldogs. 8 serving 20. A lot of room to make up here. The little floater for her is over. 13 digs it up, goes up to the front line. There's the big swing. It's off of the Bulldog. It was off of Harvey. And out of bounds, point St. Pius as 15 and 10 are checking back in. That's Gonzalez and Ben Binskus checking back in. Gonzalez will go back to serve. 21, serving 8, St. Pius on top. And here's the serve. Back to Harvey. She bumps it up to Argo. Big swing by Elena Harvey. They dig it up in the back row. They're going to have a chance at it. Ben Binskus with the big swing. Harvey digs it up to Kimber. Another big swing by the Bulldogs. Blocked, but Carmen gets there at the net. The Bulldogs dig it up again from the back row. Coda gets it over. They give chase and get to it. Ben Binskus with the big swing. Argo digs it up to Kimber. Back to Argo. Argo with just a tip over. They get to it again. Do the Sartans on the back row. The dig was by Coda. She gets it just over the net, and it's into the net. Point Artesia. Back to serve will be Morrison. Coming back into the ballgame for Carmen Harvey is Destiny Johnson. And Kenna, 9 serving 21. Nice set back to Gonzalez. Up front it goes to Ben Binskus, and her cross court is dug by Morrison. Kimber to Argo, and there's a big swing, but they dig it up on the back row. And here comes number 7 with the tip shot. Morrison again digs it up. Kimber back set this time to Johnson. Right hands it. 15 digs it up on the backside. They're just going to tip that over. Again dug up by Morrison. Just gets over the net. They're going to have a chance at it here. Big swing. It's blocked, tipped, and now Kimber cross court to Argo. She's just going to roll shot it over. Again, they dig it up. Paria will get it back to number 15. And then Kimber on the back row to Coda. Coda back to Johnson. Her swing is tipped and a kill for Destiny Johnson. So the Bulldogs back within 11, 10 serving 21. And again, Kenna Morrison back to serve. And now timeout taken And it looks like it was taken by the Sartans. All right, so here's the deal. If the Bulldogs can battle back, we'll go to set number 5, which will be the best of 15. If they can't, then it will be lost for the Bulldogs, and they'll move and play this afternoon. At 4:45. So in the timeout here, Bulldogs still in their circle over there. St. Pius back out on the floor. Now the Bulldogs break. So they're going to have a lot to make up here. They've got to get 15 points and keep them from getting 4. But it can happen. Kenna Morrison will be serving here, coming out of this timeout taken by the St. Pius head coach. They find a ball for her, so now they give the go-ahead. Here's the serve. Number 15 digs it up in the back. Set right on the right side. Big swing, out of bounds. No tip. Point Artesia. As number 14, Perea, with the big swing. It sailed long. She went cross court. Here's the serve by Kenna. Dug up. Big swing. It's going to be dug up by the Bulldogs. Kimber Dakota, and then a swing by Argo. She puts it down in the middle. Just a nice roll shot as she went over the block. And a kill for Charity Argo. Bulldogs now 12, serving 21. Kenna Morrison again with the serve, down by 9. Serve, Perea digs it up in the back. 14, cross court to Benbiscus. She just tips it, and the Bulldogs are going to have to chase this down. Can they get there? And that's going to be out of bounds. Good effort there by the Bulldogs, Johnson, but the shot went off to their right, over to the bench, and she chased it down and got it up in the air, but it was too far out of bounds. So number 11, Juliana Solis checks in. She'll go back to serve. Leads by 10, 22 serving 12. That's Solis ready to go. Here's her serve, back to Morrison. Morrison up to Argo. Argo just tips it over. They get the hand on it, back to Benbiscus. Her shot is dug in the back row by Coda to Kimber, and now they stop play. Doggone, their ball rolled in. So a jump ball or do-over, as the Bulldogs looked like they were going up for a good kill there. There wasn't a blocker, but the ball rolled in. They stopped play. So it's once again 22 serving 12. Coda up to Argo. Front set to Johnson. There's a big swing by the lefty. Kill for Destiny Johnson. 13 serving 22 now. Is checking back in for the Sartans is Petra, another one of their big middle hitters, Grace Petra, a junior. Then she checked right back out, so they did a little double rotation there. Here's Argo with her serve. It's going to be dug in the back row. They have to chase it, so this is going to be a free ball for Artesia. Argo bumps it up to Coda, to Kimber. Nope, to Johnson. Her shot is dug in the back row. And now Benbiscus goes back. Coda again to Argo, now to Kimber. Her roll shot is dug up in the back row by 14. Perea back to number 7. And it's long. Point Artesia. She took a big swing cross court, did a beta, but it goes long, so point for the Artesia Bulldogs. 14-22. Here's the jump serve for Charity. It's going to be dug up in the back row to 15. Now to number 10, Benbiscus, and she just tips it over. Bulldogs dig it up. Back to Johnson. Her swing is dug up in the back row by 15. Perea to Benbiscus. Her shot is out. Point Artesia. She went cross court, and it was out of bounds, so 15 serving 22. The Bulldogs on a run. That's what we needed. Argo with the serve again. 15 serving 22. And here's Argo's serve, jump serve. And that's a good serve. They get to it, though, so it's up to Benbiscus. She's just going to tip it. It's blocked at the line. They get it over. Morrison up to Argo. Cross court to Kimber. Kimber's shot is blocked, but out of bounds. Point Artesia. 16 serving 22. Battling back here are the Bulldogs. Back against the wall. They got to get this win to be able to stay in this match. They lose this one, it'll be over 3-1 to the Sartans. All right, here is Charity. Her jump serve, again a good one. 15 digs it up. Front set, quick set, and that's going to be out of bounds. The kill went long. Artesia gets the point. 17 serving 22. That was Perea with the shot. Another serve, gets it picked up by Perea. Here's the back set to number 7. Little jump shot. Chasing it down. Argo will just get that over. They dig it up. Perea to number 7. Beta, her shot back to Coda. Back set to Johnson. She's going to tip it over for a kill. Nice little back set there by Charity Argo. Johnson just tipped it over to her right, and it falls 18-22. Bulldogs were down by 11, and now back within 4 here in set number 4. The score 22-18 in favor of St. Pius, but the Bulldogs on a run. Charity Argo back there serving, and the Bulldogs everywhere had to do some scrambling, and they've been making these points. So that's what they're going to look to continue to do. If they get the win, they stay in the winner's bracket, and they play in the morning against the winner of the Hope Christian Huskies and the Goddard Rockets. So if we can get this win and then win set 5, then we'll be facing one of those two teams, the 1 or the 4 seed. And I haven't been looking down there to see. They're in set number 4 down there as well. But I don't know who's up or where we're at. All right, so Charity Argo. Here's her jump serve. Dug up in the back row. Just quick set in the middle. And there's a kill for number 6, Baca. Going up for the block was Johnson and Harvey, but unable to do anything with it. Goes off of them sideways and down. 23 serving 18 as Chavez checks back in, as does number 8, Arnett. And Chavez will go back to serve for the Sartans. 23 serving 18. Here's the serve. Coda bumps it up to Argo. Argo cross court to Kimber, and there's a kill for Kimber. Good pass, good set. They got in system that time, and a big swing by Kimber Beltran, and she knocks it down for the kill. Harrison checks back into the ball game. Coda will get a break, and Elena Harvey will go back to serve. 19 serving 23. That's where we're at here. Bulldogs need to run these points off here. Here's the serve by Elena Harvey. They dig it up in the back row. Chavez in the middle. Big swing, dug up by Morrison. Argo gives chase, back sets to Johnson, and that is long. Tried to go down the line, about 3 or 4 foot out. So set and match point now as number 3 checks back in, Gonzalez. Also checking in as number 13, Romero. And I said it before, Romero's been their best server. She's got set and match point, 24-19. Let's go Bulldogs. Here's the serve from Romero. Back to, it's way out of bounds. Good job by both Morrison and Argo, as they both looked like they were going to try to go for it. And then at the last minute, they just got out of the way. So 20 serving 24. Destiny Johnson back for the serve. Set point and match point again. Here's the serve. Dug up on the back row. They're going to chase this down. It's going to be a free ball. No, they're going to get a shot at it. Coda up to Argo. Front set to Kimber. Kimber just tips it over the block. They dive and get it on the back side. Perea out of bounds. As, no, that was Elena Gonzalez with the kill shot, but it was too long. So point Artesia, 21 serving 24. Destiny Johnson again with the serve. Starting over on the far right side. Here's the serve. Dug up in the back row. Chavez will get to it. Shot is long again. Bulldogs point. No tip. Coach is saying there was a tip. There wasn't one. She tried. 22 serving 24. Bulldogs battling. Now moving, changing positions as Johnson moved over to the left side. Here's her serve, dug up by Perea. Chavez with the bump. And the shot is blocked, out of bounds. And that is the game. 25-22. The Sartans defeat the Artesia Lady Bulldogs in 4. 26-24, the Bulldogs battled back in the first set. Really, the Bulldogs were behind in every set by a bunch. The first set, they battled back and got the win, 26-24. They were down by as many as 8 in that set, and then they never really got going in the second and third sets. They lost 25-16 and 25-19 consecutively, and then in this match, they were down by 11, battled back, but the final score 25-22. We're going to take a break. When I come back, I'm going to kind of recap where we're at. We'll be playing this afternoon. Of course, we'll be here on KSVPTV.com, KSVP Radio, AM 990, FM 93.7. And we're out there on Facebook, KSVP Radio, and YouTube, KSVP Radio. Obviously, all audio. But tell your friends and relatives to tune in if they can't be here, if they're not already here at Rio Rancho Event Center. We're going to take a break. When I come back, we'll wrap it up. Stay tuned.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Sandy Stockton is right here in Artesia to help you select the right protection at the right price. Sandy will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Sandy Stockton, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need the most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
My name is Larry Dean. I'm the discipleship pastor here at Faith Baptist Church, and I'd like to invite you to something we call faith groups. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs.
Eastern New Mexico University in Portales is proud to offer potential students the opportunity to attend ENMU tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. And now we are proud to announce the newly created Freshman Hound Housing Room Grant, which will allow students the opportunity to receive up to $3,000 per year off their housing costs when living on the ENMU campus. For more information on how ENMU is making higher education more affordable for you and your family members, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about. Go Bulldogs from Tate Branch Artesia. Tate Branch is proud supporters of the Artesia Bulldogs and wishes them well as they march towards state championships. And like the Bulldogs, the team at Tate Branch and Artesia works hard to make your next car truck buying experience the best it can be. From their great selection of Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, and Jeep vehicles to the service department, even the used cars are the best. So good luck, Bulldogs. And when you're ready to buy a new or used car or truck, come see the team at Tate Branch Artesia. Since 2019, Spur Energy Partners has been committed to the markets we have operations, including right here in Artesia, New Mexico. We are proud of this community and we work hard to be a good citizen and support our local economy, our local schools, and our local families. That's why Spur Energy Partners is excited about bringing the Artesia Bulldog broadcasts to you. Good luck, Bulldogs, and safe travels in the 2022 season. Play hard with Bulldog Pride from Spur Energy Partners.
At Wilbanks Trucking Services of Artesia, we understand that every hour of every day is critical to your profitability and long-term success. Specializing in oil rig mobilization, crane and production services, Wilbanks Trucking Services operate full-service terminals in Artesia, Hobbs, and the Permian Basin. With our highly trained professionals, we can ensure that all projects, even the most complex, are performed smoothly and efficiently, providing a competitive advantage for our customers. For more information, please visit our website at www.wilbanks.us or call 575-746-6318 today.
Keeping up with traditions and keeping up with the new culinary trends, the Adobe Rose is known for using farm-fresh, seasonal local ingredients. Chef Chloe creates dishes that are sure to keep you excited to return. The Adobe Rose menu is ever-changing based on what is in season and fresh. No freezers or microwaves, keeping to our traditions, even the beer and wine list contain large selections from New Mexico. Come experience the atmosphere, fine food, and great service from Adobe Rose, located on North 13th Street, Artesia.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Bulldog fans, Joby Hodling back here for the wrap-up. The Artesia Bulldogs end up falling to the St. Pius Sartans in 4. Bulldogs get the first set 26-24, but then fall 25-16, 25-19, and 25-22. So what does that do with our Artesia Lady Bulldogs? They will now move to the consolation bracket, and they'll be playing the winner of Pojoaque Valley and Albuquerque Academy. That game is slated for 1:15 this afternoon. And so the winner of that game will play the Artesia Lady Bulldogs at 4:45 or thereabouts, depending on how the games in front of them are going. And then the winner of that game at 4:45, hopefully the Artesia Bulldogs, will then play in the morning at 8 a.m. in the semifinals. They'll be playing the winner of, let's see here, the game that's going on right now, Goddard and Hope Christian. So whoever wins that game will play in the morning at 8 against the winner of our game this afternoon. So our game this afternoon, to recap, the Artesia Bulldogs will be playing at 4:45 right here, KSVP Radio, AM 990 and FM 93.7. And we're carrying it out there on all of our interwebs, as Gene says, all of our spots, KSVPTV.com, KSVP Radio on Facebook and YouTube, all audio only. The Bulldogs will be playing at 4:45, and they'll be taking on the winner of Pojoaque Valley or Albuquerque Academy. And so I'll be here. You can tune in if you can't make the drive up. Think you got time. If you can make the drive up, it's only 11:30. But if you can't, then you can listen right here on all of our various locations as the Artesia Bulldogs look to defend their 2021 state title. They're still alive, but just fell to St. Pius, the 2 seed. And so at 4:45, we'll have that game for you. I want to thank Gene Dow back in the studio. He's always feeding me information. I appreciate that. Kelly McDonald over on the call for the Goddard Rockets as they're playing right now against the 4 seed Hope Christian Huskies. They're all tied up in set 4, 11-11. I'm not sure where they're at in their, if Goddard is up 2-1 or if Hope Husky is up 2-1. But the winner of that game will play at 8 in the morning. The loser will play like us this afternoon at 4:45 on the other side of our bracket. All right, this is Joby Hodling signing off. We'll be back here 4:45.
Chevy Cybercash is back at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. Just click, claim, and go to save on your purchase of any 22 or 23 model Silverado, Equinox, Blazer, or 22 model Colorado. Cybercash is on top of most other offers, so visit GuyChevy.com today to claim your cash and hurry into Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main to take delivery of your new Chevy before this offer ends.
Take new retail delivery by November 30th, 2022. Limit 1 online code per eligible vehicle transaction.
Locally owned will get you in gear. That's because you've known us for years at Big O. Big O Tires.
Now through November 13th, save $70 to $100 instantly on select in-stock sets of Pirelli, Nexen, and Aspen tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for details.
If a sports injury is keeping you from the physical activities you love, the sports medicine team at Artesia General Hospital can help. Their orthopedic specialists and physical therapists work closely with you throughout diagnosis and treatment. No matter the injury, from ACL injuries, golfers and tennis elbow to foot and ankle pain, they'll get you back in the game. Appointments are available in Artesia or Carlsbad. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/sports.
Artesia High School Bulldogs Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Veterans Day is this Friday, November the 11th. Rebel Daughters Barbecue wants to say thank you to the men and women who have served our country. Active and inactive military members are invited to enjoy lunch at Rebel Daughters Barbecue absolutely free this Veterans Day. Simply show your military ID and lunch is free. It's Rebel Daughters' way of saying we appreciate your service. Members of the military join Rebel Daughters Barbecue for free lunch this Veterans Day, just south of Artesia on 1st in the old Weiler Welding Building.
Hocker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hocker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hocker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hockerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
Sing for joy. Job says in Job 29 and verse 13, I help those without hope, and they bless me. And I cause the widow's heart to sing for joy. You know, it's easy for us to get consumed with our world, and we often overlook other people. But we feel such encouragement when someone we admire takes an interest in us and in the things that we're doing. So believe it or not, you are very powerful as well. You have the ability to make other people's hearts sing and flutter, to have joy, especially to those without hope. So this week, who can you give joy to? Who can you uplift with an encouraging word? I challenge you to find someone or maybe a couple of people and encourage them. Tell them how proud you are of them, how appreciative you are of them, how much you love them. Do you have joy in your life? If you're struggling in that department, please come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ, just north of Walmart.
Coterra Energy is urgently hiring for field and office positions in Carlsbad, Hobbs, Pecos, and Monaghan. Our operations are growing fast, and we're looking for qualified individuals to join our local team here in the Permian Basin. New employees are eligible to receive a sign-on bonus, and once hired, they'll receive an unmatched benefits package. To view all open positions, text Coterra to 71441. That's COTERRA to 71441. Coterra Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
In volatile times, it's natural to worry about your retirement.
Hon, I'm worried about our retirement account.
With today's economy, it just makes sense to keep your retirement money close to home with people you know. We have several guaranteed safe options. Peace of mind with retirement savings. It just makes sense. Western Bank of Artesia, member FDIC. It just makes sense.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, IDEC, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Through Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Family Health Center is your all-in-one provider for medical, dental, and behavioral health services. They have highly skilled professionals ready to treat your medical, dental, and behavioral health issues. Appointments are available via phone calls, video calls, and limited office visits to provide you a safe and easy way to take care of your health. Need a COVID test or vaccine? Artesia Family Health not only offers testing, but the Moderna COVID vaccine too. Call and learn more. 575-746-9848 or visit Artesia Family Health at 1105 Memorial Drive in Artesia.
That concludes this broadcast of sports on KSVP, AM and FM, and KSVPTV.com. Sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting are presented by PVT, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Artesia Animal Clinic, Central Valley Electric, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Hermosa Church of Christ, J.S. Ward & Son, H.F. Sinclair, Smile Expressions, Forest Tire, Crouch Plumbing, Incredible Printing, Cisco Equipment, Bob Reed Pest Control, KFC of Artesia, Maze Lumber, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Big O Tires, Adobe Rose, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, K Branch of Artesia, Rebel Daughters Barbecue, J&J Home Care, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Faith Baptist Church, Artesia Credit Union, Deans Incorporated, Frost Mortgage, H&R Block, Turpinning & Sons, Kane Electric Supply, Artesia Family Healthcare, Hawker & Sons, LaFonda Restaurant, Western Bank, Guy Chevy, Artesia Ford, Maupin & Brown, Artesia General Hospital, Business Notions, and First National Bank. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast on KSVP, AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
There as a journalist, and you've been down covering the border. You're a fluent Spanish speaker for many years. Been down in Central America, seeing the beginnings of the caravans, and you have a lot of familiarity with the cartels. What is the, just give everybody listening, because, you know, they're seeing some of the stories, obviously, that are day in and day out in their communities about the fentanyl overdoses, about, you know, a $5 million or a $10 million fentanyl seizure is just another day at the border. How powerful are the cartels right now, and how much are they taking advantage of this Biden administration open border?
Oh, it's horrific, Buck and Travis. It's horrific. I mean, to say the least. I've spent time, you know, and as you well listed out, a lot of my time on the border, over 18 years working on the U.S.-Mexico border, as well as, I believe, the nexus between having a chaotic open border and the nexus with terrorism and people that want to enter our country under the radar, which the border is a perfect place, especially with so many loopholes and being so porous, you know, right now. But I can tell you this. If you look at just fentanyl in and of itself and what the cartels have been able to amass, hundreds of billions of dollars. I'm talking the Sinaloa cartel. It doesn't matter. Chapo's in custody here, but the Sinaloa cartel is running and raring to go because we have allowed them to, because we are allowing them to not only traffic humans, which seems to be their biggest bang for their buck right now, trafficking of humans, young children, but also fentanyl, which can be brought in, and you made it very clear, hundreds of thousands of pills, millions of pills being brought into this country, and what we actually apprehend at the border is just a small percentage of what is being transported into the United States. Not only that, but we're looking at our adversaries, nations like China. This is what I talk about in Dark Wars, the border. It's a podcast series where our second part of our series is about to come out this week, and the focus is on China. And it's how our adversaries like China are moving precursor chemicals into Mexico, into Central America, and allowing the drug cartels to basically use those precursors to manufacture the fentanyl to then ship these counterfeit pills into the United States. And I want to tell you, this is not about addiction, folks. I want everyone to understand this. This is about setting loose counterfeit pills that look like Percocet. They look like any kind of opioid that you would get from your doctor, Adderall, other types of medicines that are now out on our streets. And people are taking them, and they are dying. And they are not expecting to die. And they are not expecting to be taking fentanyl. They're not expecting to be taking these pills. So this is actually murder. And if you talk to people in the DEA, in my podcast series, I talk to people like Daniel Hoffman, who is former head of he was the CIA station chief. I talk to Gordon Chang, who's a China expert. I go out on the border. I'm on the beat with our Border Patrol agents, with our Texas Department of Public Safety, with our local law enforcement, as they try with the minimal resources, and you know this, Buck, you know this, Travis, how they work day in and day out, putting their lives on the line with their hands tied behind their back because an administration is refusing to do its job to protect the American public. And that's what they see. But despite that, they go out there every single day and night. I was just out there last night with them, working until 2 a.m., out in the field, watching them try to interdict people that are 90 miles in already. These are the people that want to evade law enforcement, and the danger that they put themselves in as they try to apprehend these people. So it's a complex issue. It's affecting every single American. It's not just a border issue, Buck. It is an issue that every single American and every mom and dad needs to be paying attention to. We have lost so many young people, and so many young people are losing their lives coming in. It's a tragedy all the way around. We also have a humanitarian crisis. So that's why this project is so important to me. I feel it's a place where people can go on their own time, where they can learn, where they can educate themselves, and where I can take them on that journey with me